Hey there, and welcome. So, you're dealing with property here in Lakeland. Maybe you're buying, selling, or working through an estate. Whatever it is, you're going to hit that one critical question. What is this place actually worth? Getting the right answer from the right expert is everything. And today, I'm going to break down exactly how to do that step by step. All right, so here's the game plan. First, we're going to talk about why your choice of appraiser is such a big deal. Then, I'm going to give you a super handy 4-step checklist to vet anyone you're considering. After that, we'll get into the secret weapon, local expertise. And finally, we'll pull it all together so you can make your choice with total confidence. Let's get into it. So let me ask you this. Is your home's value just another number on a page? You might think so, but the answer is a hard no. It's a figure that can literally shape your financial future. And trust me, getting it right is absolutely crucial. So why all the fuss? Why does this matter so much? Well, because a property appraisal isn't just some box you have to tick on a form. It's the foundation for some of the biggest financial moves you'll ever make. We're talking about selling your home, refinancing your mortgage, or even navigating a divorce or an estate settlement. In those moments, that number has to be spot on. And make no mistake about it, getting that number wrong can cost you a lot. We're talking thousands of dollars. It could mean leaving a huge chunk of money on the table when you sell, or maybe overpaying in a settlement. The way I see it, the right appraiser is like your financial bodyguard, protecting you from those really expensive mistakes. Okay, so how do you find this financial bodyguard? That's where our qualified expert checklist comes into play. You can think of this as your personal 4-step toolkit for checking out any appraiser and making sure they're actually qualified for the job. We're going to build this up in 4 layers, okay? We'll start at the very bottom, the absolute must-have, licensing and compliance. Then we'll add a layer of their actual experience. On top of that, we'll check out what other people are saying about them, their reputation. And finally, we'll dig into the quality of their work. So let's start with layer 1. First things first, licensing. This is non-negotiable. Anyone appraising property in Florida has to be state licensed or certified, and you can and you absolutely should check this yourself. Just hop online and use the state's lookup tool. It's on the DBPR website. What you're looking for is that certified residential appraiser credential. And just as important, they have to be totally independent, with zero financial stake in how the numbers turn out. Next up, let's talk experience. Now, it's not just about how long they've been doing this. It's about what kind of experience they have. Do they mostly work on houses like yours? You want a specialist, not a generalist. And here's a pro tip. Ask them if they follow USAP. That's USPAP, the Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice. It's basically the official rulebook for appraisers everywhere, and it ensures their work is solid, ethical, and can be defended if needed. All right, step 3. Time to do a little digging into their reputation. A quick search on Google or the Better Business Bureau will tell you a ton. What are their ratings like? What are past clients saying? Pay close attention to comments about accuracy and how professional they were. And don't forget to ask a super practical question. How long does it take to get the report? This is a huge deal if you have a closing or a court date breathing down your neck. And finally, we get to the quality of the report itself. You need to make sure they actually have experience with your specific situation, whether it's an estate or a tax appeal. Now, here's a great little trick. Ask them for a redacted sample report. This lets you see their work firsthand. Is it clear, detailed? It's like getting a sneak peek to make sure you're getting a quality, unbiased analysis. Okay, so if you follow that checklist, you'll definitely find a qualified appraiser, no doubt. But if you want to find a great appraiser for your property right here in Lakeland, there's one more thing you need. It's that local expertise. And honestly, this is the real game changer. Just look at this breakdown. It says it all. A local Lakeland specialist, they live and breathe this market. They know the tiny trends happening in your specific neighborhood. They get how a certain school zone can completely change a property's value. But an out-of-area appraiser, they might be licensed in Florida, sure, but they're just looking at big generic data. They're almost guaranteed to miss those little details that make all the difference. And this local knowledge isn't just some nice to have. It gives you real, actual power. It's what helps you stand firm on your price during negotiations. It's what you need to defend a valuation in court. And most importantly, it's what helps you avoid those huge, costly mistakes we talked about earlier. So let's put it all together now. What does our checklist look like when we use it in the real world? Let's take a look at a real-world example to see how it all clicks into place. So what happens when you find an expert or a company that actually hits all these marks? Well, when you use the checklist, their profile just stands out. It's clear they tick every single box, no questions asked. And this right here is a perfect example. Let's look at Eagle Home Appraisal Lakeland through our checklist. Do they have certified appraisers? Check. Extensive local Lakeland knowledge? You bet. Detailed USAP compliant reports? Check. Experience with all kinds of situations like estates and divorce? Check. And a strong track record with great reviews? Check. See, it's a perfect match. So, I'll just leave you with this one final question to think about. Your home. It's probably the most valuable thing you own. After going through all of this, can you say with confidence that it's in truly qualified hands? Well, now you have the tools to make darn sure it is.